The days are getting shorter, the nights are getting longer.
Yes, and Phil is here for a dish perfect for this time of year. So what are we doing, a curry or a...
Doing a curry. I just wanted Ben out, because you've got to be a bit careful, Ben, because he chucks in the curveball, so you have to be a little bit like that.
Keeps you on your toes.
Like, I know the difference.
Here it is. Here it is. It's a bean curry.
Have you done it already?
Yeah, I've done that. See, we'd always do one there. And also, very, very simple, all store-coupled ingredients, but at the back there you'll see a cornbread. And the cornbread is delicious with this sort of thing rather than just
the yellow thing?
Yes, we'll come on to that. Okay. Let's talk about the curry first. In here I've got onions and garlic that I've cooked. I haven't cooked, somebody else has done that for me. Before you say it, Ben.
I didn't. I know you like.
I love... It always smells of fairgrounds when you smell onions.
It does,
I
doesn't it?
love that.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I don't eat the hot dog, but I love the smell of the onions.
Just the onions. Just eat the onions.
Yeah.
Just have fun.
You don't need to cook the onions beforehand, actually. You can just boil the whole thing and it'll boil, but, you know... Yes, because... purely for colour. So you get nice flavour.
Just aesthetics?
Yeah, you get a little bit of flavour, but if you're blindfold, you would know the difference. Anyway, so into that I'm going to add...
Do you blindfold Fern when she eats?
I didn't throw that in. I didn't throw that.
Right.
But don't avoid the question.
Let's move on. Anyway, so the curry's in there. OK.
I'd say that was a yes.
Yes, I think it's a
We're going to
definite
make the sauce. Don't worry about these two. We're going to make the sauce. Here we're using fresh tomatoes into a liquidizer. Little pinch of dried chilli. Now, dried chilli I use because you know exactly how much strength is in there heat-wise. When you start playing around with jalapenos, you've got to be slightly careful, but we'll come on to that in a second. So a little bit of chilli, and I'm going to put a couple of spoons of tomato paste. In that goes. And one stock cube. One veggie stock cube.
I'm worried he's not going to put it on.
No, don't worry. Don't you worry about that. And then you have enough water. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Enough water to make a sauce. OK? Simple as that.
Well, this is a blender.
Well, I know,
you mean it's clever?
You know, I would make a sauce in a pan. I would never think to make it straight like that.
It's just...
Yeah, no.
It just makes it easier, OK?
Tip for Mary.
In that goes, and then kidney beans, chickpeas, cannellini beans, ballotti beans, whatever you want, 2 cans into there. That's it.
So there's your protein.
That's it. I will add pepper, a little bit, not a lot because we've got chilli, and a little bit of salt, not too much because we've got a stock cube.
OK.
And you just cook that down for around about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, over here, we have cornbread. Now, cornbread is a bit like a muffin when you make it. You have dry ingredients and wet ingredients. And I'm using polenta here, and this is fine polenta rather than the slightly coarser stuff. The thing about that is you've got to be careful. What happens is it will reconstitute when you add the liquid to it. OK, so if you're not careful, if you make it too dry, then cornbread is very, very dry because it reconstitutes. So, dry ingredients. Polenta, a little bit of starch into there, so I'm using corn flour or tapioca, whatever that just holds the sponge together at the end because there's no flour in it.
OK.
OK. Baking powder, bit of rising agent, bit of salt, and I've got bicarb as well. And so you've got a bit of raising agent in there, so obviously the thing will rise because it's quite heavy. It's quite a dense cornbread at the end. Liquids, buttermilk, which is a byproduct of the butter making process.
Buttermilk.
This
is that super creamy?
It is.
Taste
it is.
it?
Of course you can. It's quite sour.
Oh, OK.
It's quite acidic, but that with the alkali and the acids
works.
Oh, it's just yoghurty.
Yes. 2 eggs, and then sweet corn. Let's talk about sweet corn.
Let's talk sweet corn.
Pretty much. There you go, Ben. See, you can't help yourself, can you?
No, you said you need to talk about sweet corn. Come on, man. I love sweet corn.
Like anything in life, the more expensive, the better quality it is. Okay. And it's the younger it is. So as you get a bit older, a lot of frozen sweet corn's quite almost mazy, that sort of floury. So I always use a good quality sweet corn into the buttermilk. You don't have to use buttermilk. You can actually use...
Could you use yogurt?
Yeah, normal milk. And all I'm doing is going to break up the sweet corn a little bit, a bit like a chowder. But I don't want to break it up too much because I want a bit of texture. I'm just going to break that up. So you can see there, so you get that lovely corn flavour. Lovely
and the colour as well.
Yeah,
sort of...
in it goes.
It's like vanilla white.
It is indeed. Right. Cheddar cheese, no blue cheese. Any hard non-blue cheese works here.
OK.
Gouda.
Anything you like.
So quite a mild cheese.
Yeah, Edam.
Edam.
Oh, gosh.
Mini
my
Baby
mum was
Bell.
obsessed
Yes,
with that.
we'll unwrap them all. We've got that to you. Chives and coriander. I'm just being a bit chefy now because I love coriander and chives. And I am using a little bit of jalapeno pepper here. This is fresh pepper. Now, I use it in things like this because you can distribute it a lot better. And when you're cooking a sponge, you tend to get a milder flavour throughout a cake rather than using these sort of things.
Right, OK.
OK, so in this one, you can also see it. I will add jalapeno.
Is the jalapeno hot?
No, it's not too... Have a little bite. These aren't hot at all. These are very, very mild. So, so you've got the dry ingredients. See, not too bad at all.
No, it's like
there
a
you
pepper.
go. Yeah. So what you've got here is the liquid... Was it hot? Oh, that's a hot one. Sorry, this one here. That one there.
Oh, mind you, I've just...
That'll stop him talking.
Suddenly, it's nipping back slightly now. So have you got some water?
I'm going to be really much about it, but I can't be anymore.
So I add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients, like
He's
so.
done that on purpose.
Like that.
Can we shut up? This is your moment, take it.
No. So you mix the dry ingredients together, in it goes. I'll move it out of the way so you can see it.
You've tested me in the past, Vickery.
It's called getting your own back. Right, in the oven, 180 degrees, gas for about 45 minutes, and it ends up like this one here. Thank you very much, Adam. Let's take that off there. Right.
Go.
Thank you. After a few minutes, you'll end up your lovely curry like this, so it's evaporated.
Starting to sweat.
In that goes. So a little taste of that.
Yeah.
OK, there you go. There's spoons there. And the cornbread I've got here, which we made slightly earlier. I want to cut a little bit of this for you, and you'll see that you actually serve this with the curry as well. There you go.
You sit it on top like that.
So the two together, a little bit of coriander, like that. A little sour cream if you really wanted to, all for less than £1 a portion. So pretty much you just stay.
Really?
Yep, there you go.
That's cheap, isn't it?
Lovely flavour on the chilli.
It's nice, isn't it?
Absolutely delicious. And that bread. Really
So moist,
simple.
Phil.
Because we've added lots of liquid. Lots of liquid, otherwise...
So liquid is the key.
Liquid's the key.